Baphomet is not evil. Okay? Anybody telling you that this is evil is miseducated, misinformed, and they have been indoctrinated by religion. So I'm going to break it down from top to bottom so everybody can understand. First and foremost, this is a symbol. Symbols speak to the subconscious mind. This symbol represents you transcending duality, transcending the third dimensional realm of consciousness, and transcending your beast nature. Okay, it represents oneness. So at the top, you'll see the goat head. The goat represents man. It represents the ego. It also represents fertility. You'll see that there is a flame coming out the top of the head. This represents enlightenment, transcending the beast nature or the ego to become enlightened. Okay, it also represents the kundalini energy, which is also the fire element. Okay, the horns represent duality. Okay, the wings represent the air element. You will notice that the Baphomet has male and female parts. This represents.
All right, I comprehend what the brother is saying, but again, he is wrong. Um, the symbol comes from ancient Egypt and the ancient Egyptian deity Amun Ra. And let's start with the top, and then we'll work our way down. So when he's saying "as above, so below," they stole that from the Egyptian pyramids. The way the pyramids are built and designed, as above, so below, representing the heavens and the stars. And it's actually goes into like extraterrestrial doctrine, where it speaks on the star constellation, who the Christians would say Orion, which is Series A or Series B, that is invertedly reflected onto the planet Earth. So when they say "as above, so below," what goes on in the star constellations or the heavens will be done on Earth. That's what he means when it says "as above, as below." The flame on top of the head represents the sun, not the ascension. I mean, I guess you could look at it like if you're reaching towards the sun, but even if you look at the deity Amun Ra, the sun god or the sun deity, and most deities have the sun disk on top of their heads. So that's what that represents. All these are symbols of meanings, in a form of communicating meanings of life, or representations of characteristics or certain attributes in a certain nature of a certain being of existence. So you might have the nature of, I'll say, let's say you're talking about the deity Anubis or Anupu. They used the jackal dog for that because the jackal dog was good for sniffing out dead bodies. That's one of the things that they used the jackal dog for. Also, when it comes to sniffing out dead bodies, that pertaining to being a teacher, or I would say like a caregiver. Just how the dog sniffed out dead bodies was symbolic of a teacher looking for or searching for blind students or people who are vibrating on lower vibrations, and the teacher Anubis himself would have to seek out and search for those that are dead or those that are blinded by the endeavors of society, and he would have to give them right knowledge and right information, right understanding for them to become gods again. So he basically has to go amongst low vibrational people and bring them up out of the muck and mire, out of the dirt, to be gods again. So that the jackal dogs being a good searcher of dead, which is what he would be, or which is what he would do, dead or death symbolically symbolizing someone who is in a certain state of mind. So if someone is in a negative state of mind where they think life is about partying and drinking and sex and things of that nature, then they would be considered dead, or have a dead state of mind. The breasts on this symbol, around the time when this symbol was made, it represents the deities. A lot of some of the pharaohs of Egypt were hermaphrodites. So it does represents the balancement between for them and their symbolism, but they stole it from ancient Egypt. And a lot of some of the pharaohs were he and hermaphrodites, which means they did have a penis and a vagina with breasts like Akhenaten, and even there or even depictions or depictions of um Tutankhamun. He is depicted as there are statues of him depicted as wearing breasts too. So he had the symbol of duality when it comes to spirituality, when it comes to female energy and male energy. That represents that, but that does come from out of Egypt. Also, the medical snake symbol, that's also an Egyptian symbol. So again, at this time when this was created, the highest deity of that time was Amun Ra. So they took the most powerful deity and the symbols and reversed it and made it something that's evil. To them, this is a evil demon entity of lust. It's a lust and sex demon. So that's I get what the brother is saying, but he's wrong. The actual symbol it should be the ancient Egyptian deity Amun Ra, and Amun Ra is the negative form of Amun. So you have Amun Ra and you have Amun Ra. Amun Ra being the positive entity or the positive side of the spectrum of balancement, and Amun Ra being the negative. So Ra is positive, Ra is negative. And the horns also symbolizes protection and motherhood, or not masculinity, but a matriarch, because the horn represents Hathor being a mother. That's why her symbol, her animal would be the bull. If you look and study a bull and how a bull takes care of his young and his youth, and you see how they move as a tribe, a lot of these I'll say like cows or bulls, they follow a matriarch. So that's what the horns represents. The wings, I don't know where I got to do research on the wings. But it doesn't represent the wind aspect. Oh, I got it. My fault. I know the wings represent the wings of healing. It doesn't mean anything about air or wind. It's their wings, of healing. Every time you see Egyptian wings, which is where they got them symbols from, they're going into wings of healing. So when you see wings in Egypt, the wings represents healing. The wings represents what's the word I'm looking for? Like a caregiver, like a mother would care for a child, or elders would care for a tribe. That's what the wings represent: healing and like a bond between a mother and their child. But that goes that the inverted, as so below, like I said, that's the Egyptian pyramids, because the pyramids were actually built from the top on down. And one man, my master teacher, Dr. Malachi York, Anubu Akhtar Pana Baba Yanun, His Excellency, he said that one man could build a pyramid, and I know exactly how that's possible. But that's what the invertation of the symbol means when it says as above, so below. They're talking about what goes on in the Orion star constellation, or the heavens, which is the symbol or that star constellation which you see on the walls of Egypt, Series A and Series B, inverted with line perfectly up. It'll line up perfectly with the Egyptian pyramids, or the pyramids of Giza, they would say. But that's it. Yeah, that's all I want to do is explain the facts on this, because he's definitely wrong. I get, bro. I follow, bro, but Don't believe me. Do your own research and check it out. Just do your own research and check it out. But that symbol of that goat, that in particular goat, is a demonic Satan worshiping lust symbol. That's what that symbol is. So I wouldn't wear it. And when they say the goat, they'll say, "Oh, I'm wearing the goat because of the greatest of all time." Even Snoop Dogg recently had a symbol, but that's not what that symbol means. You know, to me, it's like you could turn a blind eye to it. You could say, "Well, to me, it means this or that." It really could mean something positive to you, but the origin of a goat with a diamond, that goat head with a diamond or a star in its pineal gland, the origin of that is demonic in lust and Satan worshiping. The origin of that's that. Now, like I said, what created that, they stole from ancient Egypt. And remember, they always take what's good of ours and make it bad, and try to reverse it. And you know, they make what's bad good and what's good bad. That's what they try to do. So again, if you want more information on this, you can go to your local All Eyes on Egypt bookstore, and you know, you can ask questions on it on I think on Saturdays and Sundays, question and answer class, or you can ask for their Black Devils book, because the Black Devils book does speak on this. Or just do your own research. You know, don't just take his word for it. Don't take my word for it. Really do your own research on it. But that's my time. You've been listening to I'm Hard Podcast. I'm Hard, your host. Thanks for watching. Peace, love, and unity. What I do.